So let's get into the fun stuff. Bowl games. I've got a list of bowl games here that are happening in the state of Florida because all of us are in Florida right now in various locations in Florida, but we are in Florida. So I just want to go through these things. First, we'll start with the Miami Hurricanes, even though this isn't in Florida. They're this is what I call the Charles Bowl.
Yay.
It's the Miami Hurricanes in a rematch of last year's Orange Bowl against Wisconsin, the Badgers, or maybe what you could call this the Professor Roman Bowl.
Him and I are going to get into war.
Well, just to kind of read everybody into this, Professor Ramon was is one of the law professors at our alma mater, FIU Law.
And he taught torts.
Right.
I don't know anything about torts. All I know is that there's a circle, and at the center of the circle is love.
Risk and
Exactly.
fluctuation or causation. What was it that he used to say? We'll think about it on a different time. But continue, Francisco.
Yeah, that's so much for my education. They're playing in the Pinstripe Bowl out in Yankee Stadium, so that's why I call it the Charles Bowl. It's his favorite team's home park with his favorite college team playing at it. They got what they wanted. They got into a higher profile bowl game out in New York City. So that's good for their program. I'm sure they're excited about that. We've got the Boca Raton Bowl out in FAU Stadium. We've got the Northern Illinois University. What are they, the Wolves or the Wolfpack?
Huskies.
Huskies. Oh yeah, versus the UAB, University of Alabama Birmingham Blazers.
Just a quick side note. I am so happy that they're getting into a bowl game.
UAB?
Do you guys know what happened a couple of years ago to them?
They closed their program, right? Their football program. Right?
I wouldn't say closed. I would say
They went on a break.
they were forced to close. It's not they didn't close of their own volition. The Board of Trustees for the University of Alabama system, which has a ton of Alabama at Tuscaloosa members on it, basically forced them to close, and there was such an uproar and such a coming back of
I love hold on, sorry, Flimicon's comment. Know the difference between wolves and huskies. It could save your life.
That is true.
Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, I got you off your point, dude. But UAB, yeah.
They were shafted basically by the Board of Trustees, and they've come back. This is their second season back, and not only are they going to this bowl game, they won Conference USA, and they had a 10-win season. So that is just fantastic.
What year now after the program was, I guess, resuscitated?
They were killed in 2014. They were gone for 2 years, and they came back last season.
Wow. So that took 2 seasons for them to put it back together. Actually, this is probably their best season in their program's history, because their program wasn't that old. I think it's
because old, relatively speaking.
I mean, yeah, but I think they this might be their best season in school history. So.
Oh, it is, no question.
Okay, so UAB, congratulations. We'll see you out in Boca. Go Owls. We've got the Orlando's 40,000 bowl games that they're hosting. The AutoNation Cure Bowl, which is being played out in the Citrus Bowl, Camping World Stadium. The Louisiana
Citrus Bowl.
Yeah, the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns versus the Tulane Green Wave.
Wow, so it's an all Louisiana matchup. Interesting.
So we're gonna have some swamp people coming down to Orlando. Gasparilla Bowl out in Tampa. We've got the USF South Florida Bulls versus Marshall.
thundering herd.
Yeah.
And this is literally home field advantage for USF.
Yeah.
Because the game used to be played in Tropicana Field. But starting last season, they moved the game over to Raymond James Stadium.
Home of the Buccaneers.
Which is also where USF, that's their home stadium.
Yeah, they share with the Bucks. And I think the East-West Shrine game is being played out in Tropicana Field anyway. So Tropicana Field is still hosting a postseason game, if you will. An all-star game. So I don't know why Tropicana Field, out of all places, is hosting that game, but
it's probably cheaper. That would be my guess.
I'm sure the Rays are just like, we'll roll out the red carpet for you. Just don't step into the sewage. The Camping World Bowl being played out at the Citrus Bowl. Syracuse, with their good season, is facing off against the Mountaineers, West Virginia. So
there are quite a few people that are disappointed in that bowl matchup. The reason why, yes, a Flimicon, I don't get tired of that either. Bad Boy Mowers Gasparilla Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
There is a huge rivalry between West Virginia and Pitt. They used to be in the same conference in the Big East until they defected into the Big 12 for West Virginia and the ACC for Pittsburgh.
Right.
Even still, in spite of the fact they haven't played each other for a while, they are still incredibly tense rivals, and they take every opportunity to make fun of them, to whatever. And there's a saying from West Virginia fans that I can't repeat verbatim, but it's eat blank Pitt.
It rhymes.
And it rhymes. I'll let you fill in the blanks there.
I'm sure it rhymes with the word spit.
Exactly.
I don't know. That works too. Eat, spit, pit. And it has
Eat, spit, pit.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
That's the PG version. That's the G version of the saying.
Okay. So, all right. So that's the Camping World Bowl. You got the Gator Bowl out in Jacksonville. Jimbo Fisher's back in Florida, baby. He's Texas A&M versus NC State. Go NC State. Do it for the ACC. Lose, Jimbo, lose. Whatever, man. I'm over it already. Most Florida State fans are not over it, but I'm over it. Okay. And he's playing out in the Gator Bowl, which is weird. The Outback Bowl, another one of the 40 games that Tampa is hosting. My brother-in-law's alma mater, the Mississippi State Bulldogs versus the Iowa Hawkeyes. He won't be going to the game. I asked him if he was. He's not, actually, because my sister and him are taking the kids to visit his folks out in Arkansas. So they'll be, unfortunately, missing that game out in Raymond James Stadium. Then
I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm curious. The Mississippi State is famous or infamous, depending on who you ask. They bring cowbells.
Yeah. No, it's their thing. No, my brother-in-law has his cowbells. And
so I'm curious to see if the Outback Bowl will let them go in there with their cowbells.
Why is there a thing against cowbells out there?
Generally speaking, it is noisemakers are disallowed.
Okay. Well, here's a way around it. You use your cell phone, and they could make a cowbell app. Okay, and every time they could just, they press it and put their volume at high volume. What are they going to do then? Okay. So that works. There's a way around it. So Mississippi State fans, put up a cowbell video on YouTube, and you have your cowbells there. All right. you've got the actual Citrus Bowl game being played at the Citrus Bowl. I always get mixed up. Nittany Lions, Penn State versus the Kentucky Wildcats, who actually had a good football season for once.
And then they just completely collapsed.
I think they realized that they were a basketball school after a while.
Mm-hmm.
Then finally, the greatest bowl game of all, the Hyundai Sun Bowl, out in good old El Paso, Texas.
I swear, I think you're going to move there at some point.
El Paso, Texas, which is the greatest city in all of the United States, is going to welcome the good folks of Pittsburgh as the Panthers face off against the Sanford Cardinal. Have a good time, guys. Go visit the military museum they got out there. It's really nice. Have some tacos. They got some good tacos out there. Check out the military base that they got over there. There'll be a bunch of planes flying around. You'll really enjoy El Paso. The climate's going to be great. Hyundai is the sponsor. Hyundai is the greatest manufacturer of cars in the world. For sponsoring the Sun Bowl.
Your non-sponsor segment.
Well,
I'll talk about Toyota.
And then. Yeah, so enjoy the Sun Bowl. The trophy's going to be awesome. You guys are going to love the trophy. It's a beautiful trophy. El Paso, Texas. Give them a good show and enjoy it. So those are the bowl games that I ran down. I don't know if you guys have any bowl games that you guys are looking forward to outside of the playoff.
I mean, I'll be watching the UM game just to be like, all right, what's going to happen here with Rick and the pressure and see if he breaks a little bit. But they're all going to be good. The problem is with like bowl games aren't the main ones for me is that unless it's a team that I'm following completely like the U, I'm just going to enjoy most of it because some of the games are really bad. Some of them are blowouts and some of them are really competitive. You get to see guys on a public spotlight that you haven't seen before. So I can tell you for me, I'm going to be looking at the TV. It's like, all right, we're going to watch this day. So each one will kind of get a viewing from me. It's good entertainment. It's good to get those.
It's good background noise.
It's good background noise to get work done. But it's just there's something about the kids putting out there knowing that this is their opportunity for the school spirit and also for the opportunity to kind of get noticed on a professional level. And you end up remembering some names, that really kind of pop out. So when you see them, how it translates to the combine and, what their performance are, it's just good entertainment. You get some good feel-good stories out there. I'm looking forward to it, to all of it.
For me, well, obviously, UCF in the Fiesta Bowl against the Tigers of LSU. I'm obviously watching that one. I am setting aside an entire day to watch that one and either to cheer wonderfully or to weep. We'll see how that goes. And hey, it's on a bummer. Peach Bowl, I went to Chick-fil-A afterwards, so I don't know, I'll play my PlayStation.
Okay.
Once it's over, because PlayStation is now the sponsor. It's no longer Tostitos.
Okay, so, I saw a tweet.
Mikey wants us to cover the Orange Bowl, and I guess since we're...
Well, yeah, we're going to move to the college football playoff, because... but I just want to make this last comment. I saw a tweet of a picture of Squidward looking out of his window, and you see Patrick and SpongeBob. It was a meme, and you see like all the logos of the Florida schools that are in bowl games: UF,
Yep.
UCF, Miami, and then Squidward is Florida State, just looking out at everyone having fun. FIU as well is out there, so that's me.
Of the 7 FBS teams in Florida, FSU and FAU, 2 of your alma maters, are the only ones that are not bowl eligible this year.
1 for 3 though. I'm 1 for 3, so I'll be I might look at the Bahamas Bowl. I could have it while I'm at work when it's on because it's on a Friday.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that FIU is playing Toledo in the Bahamas Bowl.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh, and one more thing. If Flimicon wanted us to cover the Holiday Bowl, that one is between Northwestern and Utah.
Northwestern. Freaking
Northwestern had an
Chicago.
okay year. They had an 8-5 year. They were the
They were competitive throughout the year.
Yeah, they were the West Division champion in
Yeah.
the Big Ten, and
They just got blown out against Ohio
they
last.
kept it close for a little bit.
Yeah, but then the rails kind of fell off.
Right.
But they forced Urban Meyer to retire, so
He
That's
couldn't
true.
deal with the pressure.
he couldn't deal
There
with
you
the
go,
pressure.
Northwestern. That's your football program. We make Urban quit because he knew not to meet us again.
Although here is a fun fact I learned today on RCFB. Turns out that the last game that I think it was 5 OSU coaches played against Purdue, they all lost.
Ooh. That's interesting.
Or I think it was either the game that Urban retire. It was either the last game they played against them, period, or the last time they played them at Purdue. But either way, that's kind of that's more. I don't know, but that's an interesting fact.
So losing to Purdue is a bad omen
Exactly.
for Ohio State coaches. So I'm sure there's a lot of Big Ten fans that are just like, all right, Purdue, get your program up and beat Ohio State every year to keep them in misery. All right, so those are the non-playoff bowl games. So